McGill style side bridges. So what I'll do is I'll start from level 1. I'll do level 1, level 2, and then I'll give you a variation if you have sort of shoulder or elbow problems. You find it hard to kind of keep your arm in this position with your weight on it. But we'll do level 1 first of all. So level 1, my knees are bent, so I've got my heels kind of tucked up towards where my bum is. I've got my weight on my elbow here, so just find a comfortable position for you. You want to try and avoid being too sort of spaced out or too on top of yourself, and also play around with how forward or how back the elbow is. Just get it somewhere it feels like it's well balanced. And then from here, at the moment, it's kind of horrible sort of like kind of banana bend in my ribs towards the floor. So what I want to do is I want to lift here, try and straighten my ribs up as much as I can. You might not get it completely perfect, but we do as best as we can. And the goal is throughout the exercise, we try not to let that collapse, because that's what we call lateral flexion. That's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to teach the muscles in the side here, the obliques, to kind of protect against that movement and be strong enough to kind of stabilize the spine against it. So lift the ribs, get straight as you can. Spare arm just comes onto the side for now. And then what we do from here is we're going to push our hips forward, and we should naturally come off the floor. So what you try and do is try and hold as straight a line as you can. So avoid dropping the hips down to the floor, and also trying to avoid overcorrecting by driving your hips up towards the ceiling. Trying to get into the middle somewhere. We hold for 10 seconds, another tricky bit. You need to just push back until your bum touches the floor. You have a little rest for a second if you need it, and then come forward. But what I'm not doing is going back and going bleh, and just collapsing. I'm keeping those ribs straight, just taking the weight off by using the bum. Let the lactic acid die down a little bit, and then we come forward again, like this. If you get shoulder problems, what you can try first of all before changing the exercise is take your hand and just cup it into the shoulder and kind of pull in and give yourself a bit of extra stiffness here and a bit of extra support and down. If you struggle to get this to lock in on the side, because that's where we're trying to work, is this side, what you can do as you come up is think about pulling your elbow, this elbow, in towards your side just a little bit, and it should help just pull those obliques kind of in position and I'm locked in. But what we're looking for is you feel your obliques in here switching on. Try and keep your head straight as well, and down. So what we're looking for again is we're going to be able to set 3 sets of 8. You start where you need to start. Even if it's just doing singles for now, give me the best single reps that you can, and then build from that each day. Try and add 1 more if you can, or every couple of days add 1 more rep in each time. Try and gradually build up to 3 sets of 8. So the tricky bit really is you come up to here, you've got the 10-second hold. It's just making sure this is nice and smooth, don't lose your shape. And then coming back up and in for the next rep and down. So obviously once you do sets, reps on one side, do the same amount of reps on the other side, and that's 1 set. You've got 3 sets. So if you do, say you do 2 on the first side, do 2 on the next set, that's the 2 on the next side, that's your first set done. And then again, try and build up, but make sure you do the same reps on each side. Try not to kind of favor one side over the other. Side view on level 1 side bridges. So my legs are tucked up. So when I lift the ribs up, keep them straight, spare hand comes on the side. And then from here, what you're going to do is push your hips forward and just naturally come off the floor. So try and create a straight line from sort of head, shoulder, hips, down towards your knee as close as you can get it. What will happen sometimes if you're a bit weak and a bit tight, a bit off, or you can be sort of a bit twisted, either without realizing, try and get yourself as straight as you can, because that puts you in the best position to get the right muscles to do the job. Then the transitions, we come down gently, trying to completely collapse, just take the weight off for a little breather, and then come back up and forward into a straight line again. Hold for your 10 seconds, and then carefully down under control.